that?
Cool.
Play him.
Metal.
He doesn't know what hardcore or screamo is.
Fast and
Like kind of metallic. No,
Metallica.
it's not metallic.
Metallica is hardcore music.
How would you describe it?
Metallica?
No, we're not talking about Metallica.
What are we talking about?
Hardcore, like
They're going to
Screamo
some
music.
hardcore music.
Are they?
Today? Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah, it's like fast punk,
hard rock, punky.
like punk rock,
What's some yuppie?
like punk rocks. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
punk rock.
Yeah, it's like
right?
punk. Yeah.
You know, we saw at South by this Belgian punk rock band.
Mm-hmm.
We were following them around.
Yeah, that was
They
cool.
they had a look.
Yeah.
They looked like a punk band from Belgium.
What were they called?
And we saw them in many places,
Yeah.
not performing though. And then finally we saw them at the corner, like by the 35 and like 2nd Street or 30.
Yeah.
You know, like that place right by the highway, but right by frontage.
Right.
You can kind of walk in from frontage. Anyways, they were fun. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
That's not. You're not talking about Parish.
No, not Paris, but like near Paris.
Near Parish.
Outside.
Oh, okay. I
By
know.
the food trucks.
Right. I know what that is. Okay. What was that? What were they called? Do you remember? Belgian punk bands.
Belgian punk.
Belgian.
Well,
punk.
maybe.
They're called sauerkraut.
They were
Sauerkraut pilsners.
sauerkraut process.
Is Okay.
They were cool. I mean, they looked
Belgium more
cool.
French or more German?
They were good.
They were good.
I think they're more French than German.
Belgium.
Yeah.
True. They
They
speak
like
French.
le croissant.
I believe they speak French
Mead.
in Belgium
I think
and
so.
Belgian. Or
I think
they only speak French. I think Belgian language. Yeah, why'd you tell me that?
What?
he should know he's European.
What language do they speak?
Is Hungary in the EU?
French?
They speak French.
Yeah.
Is Belgian a language?
Oh yeah, it is also a language.
It is?
It's really like Belgian, like German, well, like French German,
Okay.
What the heck?
like Swiss. It's also similar.
Right.
I thought they
The
were
cheese.
English in Switzerland.
So what are the main languages in Hungary? Hungarian.
Hungarian. Full stop.
Full stop.
is Hungary in the EU?
Still not for long,
Like
but yeah.
the ugly stepchild.
Oh, the black sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I don't believe in democracy and stuff.
Oh, well.
Well, that's a. But how many languages do you speak?
Me?
Yeah.
3.
Like really?
Like really? Yeah.
Like maybe Hungarian.
Then broken English.
You speak English?
Broken
No,
English.
he-
Speak
he
English?
Totally speaks.
You speak English.
Yeah, I do speak.
You just are shy.
Yeah, I also learned
You're not
Italian,
shy.
French,
You're just shy.
Esperanto. What
Did you
else?
speak Esperanto?
I learned German for like 8 years, but
Can you have a
Do
conversation?
you still know German?
no, I tend not. I try not to.
Okay. You try not to.
You don't want to be multilingual?
I would love to, but it's not it didn't work out. I tried everything.
Really? But you speak French.
I don't speak French, but I learned
I mean, I've never heard you speak French. Right. Like
I used to.
when I think about you, I think he must speak French.
I speak French.
The Europeans speak a lot of language. I mean,
I speak it.
outside of the the empire, they speak a lot of languages.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
people grow up
Yeah.
like English.
There's at least English.
Yeah, if
very
you're
fluent.
French, you're learning English. You're learning French, maybe Spanish, German.
Spanish would be good.
Spanish would be
Spanish-
very good.
yes.
You speak Spanish.
Yeah, I speak fluent.
Because you grew up in a Mexican household
Yeah, I was just speaking Spanish.
speaking Spanish. Like
It was my
you go home and speak Spanish.
Yes, with my mom. But I was in California, so like I had so many cousins and aunts and uncles. I was 100% surrounded by Spanish speaking people, not really like English speaking people. Like my dad didn't take my mom was the one who raised me, so it was just like straight Spanish.
Mhm.
That's why I can still speak it well, and my younger brothers can't speak it as well anymore because it was my first language. It's so ingrained in my mind, even though I lived in this country my whole life, and it's like gotten worse and worse over the years. I'll always be able to speak it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, a lot of like young like mixed like Mexican American kids, they understand Spanish, but they just can't speak it because they grew up hearing it but not speaking it back to their family.
Interesting. Yeah. And Sam, so this is Denise, by the way. Denise Emerson.
Yes, I'm Denise. I worked a little bit on the development of the Sigma film idea with Sky and Gabor, and I've
Right.
met them.
Early origins of these stacks of books you'll see. We'll talk about it later. All right. So Sam, what's your
Yeah. Well, I'm Sam.
So what's your last name?
I'm
Or
right.
just Sam.
You could
Sammy G.
Sammy G.
Sammy
No,
G?
I'm Sam Garcia. Yeah, I work in reality television. I'm a
Right.
camera operator. I came across your book and it's pretty dope, man. Like I really love the art. And
You read a lot of. He's into.
yeah, and I'm really into graphic novels.
you.
Yeah, I see this from hell here.
Yeah.
And I've never read it and I've always wanted.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, copyright.
It's fun.
Sorry.
It's out there to be played with.
It's gonna be a big blur.
Right. We do not have that much time to post. We're not blurring anything. Okay, so Sam Garcia.
Yeah.
And you guys are like what thing?
We're married.
Yeah.
Basically.
No.
Yeah, we're a couple.
7 kids, right?
2 dogs.
40th anniversary.
Up coming up. Yeah, we decided
For
to.
coming up in 20 years.
Yeah, we don't know what we're
I'm,
doing.
yeah, I'm 17.
Well, balls.
No, she's not 17.
It's
No, she's not.
not that kind of podcast, guys. Okay, so you're a cinematographer. You're an artist.
Yeah, well, camera operator, sure.
Camera Robert. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He's also a musician.
you're a musician.
Hobby, yeah.
Okay. Do you look like you play with your friends locally?
Yeah, well, I just make up music, and it's just kind of like my therapy. And
Yeah.
instead of paying for therapy, I just bought a guitar.
That's smart.
Yeah.
And I don't do any bullshit. Well, I guess for
You don't
me,
need therapy or
no,
is it- or
no, I'm a writer.
you just rap.
She's a very good writer.
I'm a writer. I'm really into fiction writing, like short stories. I really want to write a novel. And I mean, like screenwriting as well. But I'm a big story person. I
Yeah.
guess, at the end of the day, yeah.
And you did a lot of work with PBS Frontline.
Frontline. So a lot of my career is mainly in like documentaries, and then recently more like reality TV, like film. From going to feature length, like documentaries, into TV shows, so reality and then documentary shows, kind of just all over that spectrum, like true crime to like, social experiment, love shows, like stuff like that.
Right. And you've been doing that. You've been pretty busy with that for the past year or two.
Well, the way that industry works is just like up and down, up and down. You're like, when you're working on the full season of a show, it's like, I mean, some people are working 6 days a week, like, over 12-hour days. Like we were working on a show together, and like sometimes you'd have like a 15-hour day. And like a lot of the crew, when you're working on a show like that, it's especially here in Central Texas, they're not all like, if the show's in Austin, there's a lot of people from San Antonio commuting every day, a lot of people from maybe some of the surrounding satellite towns commuting every day, like, over an hour for work. But it's like, it's crazy because it's super lucrative. You're working your day rate, you're working overtime, like I said, like six days a week. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then
that
season ends and
then you go months without work.
Yeah.
right.
So it's like
feast or famine.
feast or famine.
But that is the nature of our industry.
It's feast or famine, yeah.
I mean, literally, like, I'll be like, people like, you're not really doing much. I'll be like, yeah, it's kind of painful actually. And
So
then,
right
and then
now,
I'm
yeah.
working. It's like, oh, I can't hang out.
Yeah, I can't do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
tired.
Yeah, I can't play video games with you tonight. Like,
Right,
I can't-
you abandon
can't-
everybody in your
yeah,
eyes.
I can't meet you this weekend. Like,
It's hard to fit that like into your lifestyle, because like when I was working like with PBS, it was more of a salaried like staff position, where it was all year on what like basically like you're 9 to 5. But because the nature of creating like art is not, and creating films and shows or whatever, it's not on a 9 to 5 schedule. So like I was so burnt out kind of working that way, because I was always on call, and there was always something going on that would require me to work weekends and work late and whatever on top of the like regular schedule during the day. So that's a very hard lifestyle to manage. But it's also extremely hard to manage like the freelancer lifestyle, where you can't have any consistency. Like you can't have a consistent workout schedule. You can't you can't focus on your own mental health or cooking or your hobbies. You have to drop them for months on end, and then your show or where your project ends, and then you have to go back. You have to figure out who you are again, and figure out your life again, and your life.
it's hard for dating. I mean, I remember.
Oh my God, yeah.
When I was, in a relationship, it was, he didn't understand. like
Mm,
like the nature of
Yeah.
business.
yeah.
Where
You think-
I'd be like, I wouldn't be doing anything. It would be great. And then it's like, all right, I'm like, I can't do anything for like weeks.
Right.